What's up, you guys? So I'm going to be showing you how I achieved this blue makeup look. This is actually the look that I did on Christmas and I love how it came out. So right now I just put on some chapstick and I'm just kind of dabbing it off a little bit just so that it's kind of dry when I do it. But I'm going to take this NYX Wonderlust palette and I'm going to be using this white kind of pinkish cream color and this brown color. And I'm going to be using that white color as kind of like a base, and I'm just going to be putting it from my lid to my brow bone. I usually don't use primer, so that's why I use this. This is a technique that I've been using since like 9th grade, and it works for me, so I really like it, and my makeup usually comes out pretty good. So now I'm going to take a fluffy brush and I'm going to dip it into that brown color, and I'm just going to be putting that into my crease. And as you can see, I just go back and forth, and then I also use kind of like a little like circle motion as well when I'm doing my crease shadow. And I really like how this works for me. I know it takes a while to blend the colors out, especially when you're using like a darker color, but I love that I found this technique of going back and forth and using that circular motion, and you just keep doing it until it's blended out. Like, I'm telling you, makeup is not something to rush through or it'll look horrible. So just take your time and do this this blending technique, because it really does work. And then I'm also kind of bringing it down onto the lid, just on the outer part or the outer corner, because that's also another way that I use it to blend. I want that brown and the blue that I'm going to use in a little bit to blend really well, so I just bring it down onto the lid. That way it'll be easier to blend the two. So I'm also going to take this Carmex, and I have never done this before, but I took some of that and I put it on my eyelid as kind of like a sticky base for the blue, just because it was so helpful to make it more, I don't know what the word is, but it helped you to see the color a lot better, and I liked it. So I just waited for it to dry a little bit, and I went ahead and put on this eyeliner, and I lined my waterline, and I also tight lined my eyes, which as you can see in a little bit, I kind of hurt myself when I did it, but it's okay, whatever. But now I'm just checking to see if that Carmex has dried a little bit, and it did. So now I'm going to take that blue color, and I'm just going to use my finger because I feel like it just goes on better whenever I do that. So I'm going to just pat it on, and I really like to do that, like pat on the color instead of wiping it, like going from side to side, just because somewhat I feel like it took off the Carmex when I did that, but also like just for color purposes of trying to get that color to be as blue as possible, it helped to kind of pat it on more than anything. And I mean, it came out good, you know, so it was successful. And then I really liked that you could build it as much as you wanted. Like if you didn't want it to be too dramatic, you could stop at some point, but if you wanted it to be more dramatic, then you could just keep building. It's a really good color. I really like it. And now I'm going to take that fluffy brush again with that brown color, and I'm just going to go back in and retouch the brown, because a lot of it kind of got a little messed up with the blue, and I just want to make sure that it's prominent that there is that brown color there. And then I'm also going to blend it with that blue color, blend it in with the blue that I just put on. And you can see pretty much how the eyeshadow came out, and pretty much this way of doing this way of doing eyeshadow is pretty much how I always do my eyeshadow, just using different colors most of the time, but this way of doing it really works for me, and I feel like it looks the best on my eyes. But now I'm gonna do my eyebrows, and those are the 3 products that I use. So first I'm gonna take that pencil, and I don't overdraw my eyebrows, and I do have eyebrows, as you can see. It's not fake, but I follow the shape of my natural brow, but I just fill it in, because my eyebrows are kind of light, like the hairs are kind of light, and I just like for them to be darker because I do my makeup kind of dramatic, and when I don't do my brows it just looks odd. So now I have to do them all the time, but I'm just following the shape, and the only part that I kind of have to draw on is a little tail on the end because mine are really, really light. So I'm just following the natural shape and kind of carving out underneath, and then I'm going to take the smudge brush. It's a smudge brush from e.l.f. and it really works well for me for my eyebrows, and I just move around the product that I just put on. And sometimes if I don't have that pencil, or if I just don't want to use a pencil because I think it's too harsh, I'll take the palette that I showed earlier, and I'll use the brown color and I'll use that on my eyebrows, and it also comes out really good, and I still use the same technique, just filling in my natural shape but just making them a little darker. It does take me some time to do my eyebrows just because I have a very specific shape and a specific way that I like for them to look. Today when I did them, or when I did this makeup look, it did come out a little bit dark, but I also like for my eyebrows to be a little darker. That's just a personal preference, but the technique is good. And I am just using that smudge brush, I'll use it regular, on the side, and then I'll also turn it upwards to where it's facing up and down instead of sideways, if that makes any sense, just to do the front part, because I feel like it helps with it making it a little bit lighter, and it also is helpful to do that technique of going up and down, kind of like you're drawing little hairs at the front, because it just looks a little more natural, which I really like. Not that being natural with our makeup is the the end result here, as you can see with our blue eyeshadow. But I'm also taking this kind of white cream color and I'm just putting it over my eyebrows, just because they were a little bit dark, like I said, and when I've done this before, it kind of tones them down just a little bit. Now I'm going to take this eyeliner, and if you haven't seen it already, I will put it up here in the corner, and you can go watch my full eyeliner tutorial. I've been doing my eyeliner this way since like 9th grade, and people always ask me how I do it because they think I do a really good job, which I'm not gonna lie, I think I have it down to a T now. But yeah, so now I'm just doing my eyeliner, and I'm always putting wing liner. If I have eyeliner on, it's wing liner. If I don't have wing liner, it's usually because I'm not wearing any eyeliner. But that's just my preference, and even for this look, you don't have to do that, but that's just what I like to do. So do whatever eyeliner you want, make the wing as big as you want, just goes, depends on whatever your personal preference is. I know this video is kind of long, but this is really the process that I take to do my makeup, and I really take a lot of time to do my eyeliner and my eyebrows. Those are the two things that I think I focus on the most, and then my eyelashes. So it kind of takes a long time to do it, but I really like to see the process that people go through when they do their makeup. Like, I hate when they're like, okay, I'm gonna do my brows off camera and then I'm gonna come back. Like, no, I hate that. You know, like, just do it all on the camera. But now I'm gonna take that brown, a darker brown color, and I'm gonna kind of smoke out my bottom lash line. This is something that I do with literally every look, and every time I do my makeup, I do this. I really like how it looks, and the whole thing is just keeping the brush as close to your lash line as possible. I know I had somebody ask me how I did it, and they didn't want to try it because they thought that they were going to look like a raccoon. But, you know, people, there's such a thing as makeup wipes, and as you can see, I have to wipe away a little bit of it and clean it up a little, but the end result when you do it just comes out so well, and I really like that smoked out look on the bottom. So now I'm just going to take my mascara. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous mascara, and I go from the lash line all the way up to the top, doing like the little wiggle motion going all the way up. I can't even remember whose video I saw that they did that, and I tried it. And I was like, oh my gosh, life changed forever, because now my lashes look good without even having to have like fake lashes on, because it really makes your eyelashes look so much longer, and it really helps with like getting them to curl up, and they just look so much better. I really like it. And then I'm going to do my lower lash line. I don't really care too much about it, but I just don't want to leave it out. But, yeah, so I did that. And then I just kind of try to make sure that all my lashes are not clumping together and that they're, you know, curled up, because sometimes this mascara and the eyeliner together make my eyelashes a clumpy mess, and I do not like it. But this is a lip liner from Avon called Rosebud, and for my lip liner, I outline my entire lips on the very outer line, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't just outline on the inside, like I do that very outer line, which is not overdrawing or anything, because it doesn't look crazy. You're not like making a completely different outer line for your lips. You're just completely outlining your entire lips. So I hope that makes sense. But then I just go in and I fill in all my lips with the lip liner to make everything blend together really well. And now I'm going to take this LA Colors lipstick, and it didn't have a name, or I couldn't find one on it, but it's just a kind of a dark red, and it's really pretty, and it smells amazing. I don't know why, but it smells great, and I really like it. And I'm just following the eyeliner, like I make sure that it covers the eyeliner, covers the lip liner. And yeah, so that was my look completed. This is the look that like I said, that I did on Christmas, and I really liked it. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well, and I hope you recreate it, and I will see you guys next time.